What's up everybody, this is the World of Oz. I am Sean Oz, and in today's video we're going to put on a tonneau cover on the Jeep Gladiator. Now you might ask, if you're a regular of mine, why the heck are you doing a video about this? Well, the real answer is because I looked everywhere to find a video to help me put this thing on, and there is not one for this particular brand of cover. Now you're looking at the Undercover Flex, which is about $1,050. It's carpeted on this side, and on the other side it's a nice smooth finish, real nice black. It doesn't seem like it's just aluminum, and it almost feels like there's some kind of fiberglass or something on the top. It comes with these instructions which absolutely suck ass, and they're not even for the Jeep Gladiator. There is this little insert of instructions that comes with it too that help a little bit, but these instructions pretty much blow, and we've been figuring it out little by little, and I want to share with you how we installed it so that hopefully this will help you not have any issues and you can just get it on just like that. And for my regulars into drone content, mountain content, don't worry, we're going to be taking the Gladiator up with some drones and climbing some mountains. So if you are into that kind of stuff and you're not just into Jeep stuff, make sure you hit subscribe, click the bell notification, and for all my regulars, come back in the next video. For the rest of you, let's get on it. Now before I get into the complete install of this guy right here, I'm going to give you a quick customer review. This is not someone who has provided this for free. I had to buy this. We're going to jump in right at this timestamp right here if you're just here for the instructions on how to put it together. This one has a smooth top. It gets really hot. Now the downside of this smooth top is that it scratches much easier. It's already scratched and I just installed it. As you can see, it is not easy to open when the tailgate is shut and locked. You're gonna have a harder time having somebody get in this unless they're a really dedicated thief with a crowbar and they want to really latch in there. You're not just gonna walk up and open this with your fingers. We can go ahead and open this, and you'll see on both corners there is a little pull thing that you pull and you just open it up. Notice there are these rubber feet all over this. This one was actually missing and we didn't realize it. And when we folded it up, you can see right here, I have the tiniest little scratch already. That's from this right here. When we folded it, it hit right there. When you are putting this together, make sure all these rubber stoppers that you're gonna see all over it are in place. Each one of these pulls open and you just fold it up to the next one. You can actually open this the full way. And at this point, it has these little sticks, whatever you call them. I forget what you call these. And they just slide right on, and you can let go, and it gives you full access to your bed. This is one of the main reasons I wanted this, is the carpet on the inside, because I knew I was going to be using it just with one flap open a lot in the winter and setting things on top of it. And I'm telling you, here in the sun at 9,000 feet above sea level, black stuff gets really hot. To put it back down, you just push this red button and just wiggle it out. And then you just put this right back in like that. And then you just pull it down and sort of push it into place and it'll latch. And then you just unfold the next one. Same thing. And right here you see these. When you unfold it and you just want to put it not all the way open, but most of the way open, and you use these little latches and you just snap them in place, and you can drive with it like this too. But when you're not using it, you just turn it upside down here, put it in there, and then open it up the next way, pop it in, and shut your tailgate. And you can shut your tailgate and shut this too, and it works both ways. I got quite a bit of rain last night, so let's go ahead and check it and see if it leaked. Looks pretty good. I don't see but a couple little minor drops, if that. Actually, I don't think I see anything, so pretty good. Now that we've gone over the basics, I will have the link to this one in the description below if you guys are interested. Let's go ahead and get right into the install. When you get your Gladiator, you are going to have to take a razor blade and cut this out like so. You're going to be screwing a piece in here. So this is one of the first things you want to go ahead and do, is just carefully cut this piece out. We'll then be screwing those brackets in right there with the provided screws, but don't tighten them all the way. And they just go right into these pre-threaded ones, and they are a very, very tight fit. So be careful you don't cross thread that or you're gonna jack yourself. My apologies for all the background noise. We are getting the driveway redone as we're installing the Jeep tonneau cover. Something that's really important is this weather sealing. This is one of the first things they say to put it on, and go ahead and cut it to size and then stick it on. It's double-sided sticky on the bottom, centered in this point, but I've read so many things about that not being the right spot, so we're gonna just sort of let it sit here for now, and I'll let you know if we should center it or put it a little closer. Now, to keep you from having to wait until the very end of this video to find out how we put on the foam piece, what you need to do is not put it exactly in the middle. As you can see, the bed is curved to go with the cab of the truck, and we popped a chalk line on it so you can actually really see how much curvature there really is. And we're gonna clean up on the bed side of it with a little denatured alcohol so that there's not a chalky powder, and this adhesive hopefully holds pretty well, and go ahead and mount this. So this is denatured alcohol. I like it a lot better than isopropyl alcohol. It's great for electronics and things like that. And I guess I just sort of like the smell too. And I'm just gonna come right on the bottom of that chalk line, and that's okay if I hit it a little bit.
If you hit the line, your mama drinks wine.
And we're just gonna get some of that chalk residue off. Look how much of it is here compared to there. We're gonna go ahead and just peel off a little bit to get it started. Just wad it up under here and get it all the way under there to make sure it's butted up against that other piece. If we get any leakage through here, you could easily take some black silicone and just put a bead of it right there to here. Problem solved. This double-sided tape's sticking pretty good. So it would definitely be easier if you unscrewed your rail and lifted it up to do this part, but it's not 100% necessary. And if you can get that chalk line by using this video, or look at this and you can see where we put it, you can then do this as your first step and not have to wait to the end like we did. Now, if you got a truck with a spray-in bed liner, your holes here are gonna be all gummed up. I took an X-Acto blade and just loosely cut around the edge. If you just try to tap that screw right in there, you're gonna thread your screw out, and then you're gonna have to go to the hardware store and find a replacement. So this is where the bracket goes, one on each side, driver's side, passenger side, and it's just one screw that goes in to the front on each of these sides. Right now we're just doing everything loose just so that we can check the fitting before we tighten everything up. We found out that you can go ahead and pretty much go ahead and tighten these down right from the beginning. What we're doing right now is preparing to put these side rails on, and that is what those brackets are for. So when it's all screwed in together, these will be all just locked in place here. When you get it, there's a drain hole plug. You got to take this little piece of foam off. You'll end up putting a piece of tubing here that runs down here. This is a 2021 model, and the 2020, I think you actually have to cut these plugs out here. There's a little L clipper bracket right there that just fits right into this hole right there, and then you just screw that in. So when you put this on, it doesn't go down like this, it goes up like this. This way there's a ledge for your cover to your rail to sit on. The instructions actually say do not tighten yet, because you're gonna have to slide it in place with the rails going through here and then tighten some more nuts here, which are sort of a pain in the butt. These little rubber pieces, they sort of stick in through these holes right there, and you actually just pull them out like that, because you're gonna need to put screws in there later. What also threw us for a little bit of a loop was on the rails, these caps are on top of the screws. They unscrew right off with just a little pressure and reveal a screw. So go ahead and take those off too. And where this is all bunched up around the screws, just go ahead and sort of push it down around them. If you really want to get crazy, you can probably cut around them, but it actually will squish in when you're done on this plate and fit just fine. Pick up your rail and just sort of line it up and set these little screws to go through those holes right there, which is easier said than done. There you go, right there. And the piece over here will line up where the actual rail is on this side of the L bracket. So you can see that this piece here of the rail fits on this side of it, not this side. Which should be pretty obvious because this is threaded and you're gonna put a screw through here and it sticks through that threading. And if you have a socket that's like longer, I definitely recommend that over a short stubby. That would be called a deep well socket. And you're gonna put two of these little nuts with the built-in washers. It's probably a fancy name I don't know about. Is there? No?
No comment.
No comment. Is there a fancy name I don't know about?
There probably is, but I don't know what it is.
Okay, if there's a fancy name for these nuts with the washers pre-built in, let me know in the comments below. I need one of those longer wrenchy things, man. What'd you call it? A wrench cappy?
Deep well socket.
So you're definitely gonna need a deep well socket because my tool just isn't long enough right now. Oh, it's the wrong size too. These nuts are different size than the screws. Now that we have a fatter and longer tool,
That's what she said.
we're gonna fix these and get these nuts put in the right place. And this is an 11 millimeter now instead of a 10 millimeter. And before you tighten all of these down, you want somebody, if possible, to sort of be on the outside of it and make sure it's all lined up and putting a little pressure on it. Oh, ow! Don't drop the wrench in your face. That way, your seal is all good. So we just searched the whole house for how many? Four double A?
Double A.
4 AA batteries to put in this light before we install it into the rail of the bed, because if you wait till after you have everything installed, then the light doesn't go in correctly. Put the light in before you bolt everything down.
And the 4 batteries are located in the underside of the box.
Boom, it came with batteries. And the little feet go underneath the ridge. And that's it. Snap, snap. And I don't really understand why it comes with this, because if you look carefully, there's a light right there, and this goes like right there. And that light's not nearly as bright as those lights, but it comes in the box, so might as well use it. I was told is that there's a timer on this, so if you have it in here and you leave it on, it's gonna turn itself off instead of just wasting all your precious AA time. We just spent probably like 20 minutes trying to get this stupid light installed after what you just watched. And the instructions suck so bad, they don't tell you you have to take this little plastic piece out. You have to wiggle it very softly, just to wiggle it out the back end, and then voila, you can slide it in no problem. Another thing you need to keep in mind is you have this little tab you have to loosen up so that you can put it the same direction as the brackets. So when you get it in there, you screw it, and that will turn it and lock it in place.
Look at that. Damn, I'm good.
I gotta get this little piece. There we go. Get this bracket back on. Like seriously, couldn't you have just put that in the directions? If you're building this and this is your first time doing this and you're not filming a video at the same time, I bet you could get this thing probably installed in half an hour to 45 minutes. And it'd be a lot faster, like I said, if you're not filming an instructional video to help other people not have the same issues that we are, because there are a ton of videos out there showing this same cover for Fords and Toyotas and all kinds of other companies. However, there was not a single one showing this exact cover and the install on a Jeep Gladiator. When you get this put on the light, installed and the cap back on, and you go to tighten everything up and put it in place, your wrench here is no longer going to fit.
That's your ratchet and socket.
Your ratchet and socket wrench, thanks Tony, is no longer going to fit up there to get that tight. So you're going to just need a regular old guy like this.
Open-end wrench.
An open-end wrench to get up in there. What would I do? Tony, thanks everyone. You're going to put that pressure down on here while you tighten those, and then you're going to use your long extendy one to get to this one. They'll still fit. And now we will go ahead and put on the cover and the drains and finish this up. So it does come with a couple of drain tubes, and it tells you to do these last, but I'm going to go ahead and put them on now because there's no bed in the way and I can just sit up here and do it. There's channels in here on the rails where if water does seep in through here, in theory it's supposed to eventually come out these drain holes, which you'll have these tubes pushed on, and then right here on the 2021 you just stick them in the hole. We've set the bed cover up just sort of in position to sort of place it so we can get it lined up correctly with the seal that we just added. We're going to be adding these two little clamps here. This is so that whenever you have it folded up a couple times, you can actually clamp it shut right here. These little gray gizmos will slide underneath in there, and that's what's going to keep this from being able to be open later, as well as when you have it fully open, it's going to keep it from flopping off. This is the end of a buckle. We're going to put it so that the buckle is facing this way. We're going to just line it right in those, and you're going to pull it up, put your screws in. And they already come with some kind of weird Loctite, like a rubber plastic Loctite thing on it, which is keeps you from having to do it. Then repeat the same thing on the other side. One of the first things that made me really want this, besides the carpeted underside, is this. It comes with these easy to remove finger tightening bolts, so if I ever want to throw a motorcycle on this or something and I need to easily take this out, there are no tools needed to be able to put this thing back in and take it out like that. It's as easy as loosening them up and sliding this into the channel right there, and that's it. Then we'll go up underneath and tighten them in place. And you just want to pull it right over here and it will clamp right into there. And that is a fully installed undercover model number blah 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 right there. Hopefully this video helped you out with these pretty piss poor instructions that came with this thing. I did all the trial and error for you so you don't have to. Let me show you one cool thing about this. There's a string or lever that you pull on either side that unlocks it. And you can flip it, and flip it up. You've got these guys here. I just pop right in there, and you can do it on both sides, and you can actually drive with this up if you need to. This is what I really loved about this, is the carpet. This doesn't get hot. So if you're out folding it up and you're just using part of your bed and you need this out of the way, you can actually set stuff on the carpet and it's not gonna be hot. Your stuff's not gonna get hot. So you can use this fully functional as an area that's pretty awesome. If you are looking for this cover, and if you like this cover, check the description and I will put a link to the one that I got. It is on Amazon and that link will be provided below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you let me know by hitting that thumbs up button and share it in all your Jeep groups. Thanks again and we'll see you in the next one. Your wrench like this is no longer gonna fit up here. You're gonna need a regular old socket wrench. Wait, this isn't a socket wrench. What the fuck?
That's just a regular open
Christian wrench.
That's an open-end wrench.
So when you put this thing up on here,
That's a ratchet and socket.
fuck, dude. So when you
You live in Colorado, don't be puffing on the Shiva all the time.
Did you make it to the end? If so, let me know in the comments below.